It gets the Texas high school football world excited every 2 years like very few things can. UIL District Realignment is always an interesting day in the Lone Star State, and the 2020 edition was no different, especially here in El Paso, where district lines were redrawn and multiple teams will be playing different competition come August. Since its inception, Eastlake has always found success in Class 5A. Now, the Falcons are taking on a new challenge. In 2020, Eastlake will move up to Class 6A and compete in District 1.
Well, I think our kids are up to the challenge. I think it's a great opportunity for us this year, especially because we got a lot of return lettermen and we got some good players coming back. So I think that being realignment, it puts us in a good spot for our kids to have success.
Joining the Falcons in the move is Eastwood. The Troopers are no strangers to 6A, and they're excited to rejoin a tough district that will now feature 8 teams.
The parity in 6A is so good. I mean, I would argue it's some of the best in the state, to be honest, from all 8, top to bottom. When you look at the coaching staffs and the athletes, I think the parity is what makes it really fun and exciting week to week.
With Eastlake and Eastwood moving to 6A, that means there's now just 4 El Paso teams in District 1 5A Division 1. So Bel Air, Chapin, Del Valle, and El Dorado already know they'll be in the playoffs the next 2 years, but they have a tough task of scheduling 7 non-district games to fill a 10-game schedule.
You know, the positive of that is you're gonna know your team by the time you get into the district play. Obviously, you know, the playoff things are already set. So, like I said, you just got to take those 7 games for what they are, learn about your team, get better. So by the time you hit that first district game, you're off and running.
Realignment brought good news for Riverside, which dropped from Class 5A to Class 4A. It's a welcome move for the Rangers, who had been one of the state's smallest 5A schools.
The tables have turned. Now we're from survival mode to now we got a little bit more kids to compete and things of that nature. So it's really big. It kind of, you know, it evens the playing field a lot.
The UIL also realigned districts for basketball and volleyball on Monday. For a complete breakdown of how it affected everyone in the borderland, head to our website, ktsn.com. Now, a consequence of realignment, Eastwood and Bel Air are no longer in the same district, so the Battle of the Helmet rivalry will not be played the next 2 seasons, according to a source. It's the first time since the 1970s that the Troopers and the Highlanders will not meet on the gridiron.